And we are back for another week. This is Half Hour Henshin. As always, I am one of your hosts, Sleepy Witch, joined by,
DJ Azure, the 2.5D Hero Talk Tuber.
and we're here to talk about our Toku episodes of the week, starting with Gav.
Oh man, Gav.
Actually, you know what? Before we start with Gav, super small thing. I saw people being, I don't know if you remember the Gotcha game release, the Ride Commons.
Uh-huh.
And people were like, this is a real Kamen Rider game because apparently the entire fan base is freaking out about the Christmas event.
Oh yeah.
And it had like the most innocent like intro, and everyone's like, "Oh no."
Yeah. I mean, considering that it's Christmas and like, man, even I'm feeling it in Gav right now.
Oh, and
But-
we're setting up for that,
Yeah.
which I think was just a fun way to start this because that was the only context I have for Ride Commons right now.
Yeah, for me, I was also joking around too, like oh man, they brought back the Toei Merry Christmas ornament. You see it every time. I was like, it's like every single time Christmas time rolls around, I always look for the Christmas ornament. It makes me laugh how they just reuse that for years and just makes
Yeah,
me
why?
smile.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
But so we start this episode with the best way I've seen it described on Twitter is toxic old man yaoi. I'm glad our stuff, he just is evil. I'm glad that they chat. I'm glad that they're buddies and they're getting deliveries, and I'm like, cool. Because honestly, it makes it like worse for them. You know what I mean? Like Suga's been in it from the beginning.
Yeah. Oh,
Fantastic vibes.
But yeah, like the fact that they really are just trading like research stuff. Like we knew that they were like
they knew
that
each
they were
other.
like like we knew that already. But like oh man,
But also, oof, I love just like the vibe. Like these two actors are so good at being like slightly slimy. You know what I mean? Like in like
Yeah.
their vibes, and when they're together, you just feel it. Like they're great.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean like that's one of the things I talk about a lot with my friends, and it's the whole idea that not every villain like needs to be a redeemable villain. And
Oh no.
yeah, like what is it? Last I mean, as much as it sucked for Sheeta and Jeeb, like like Sheeta was still a bitch.
Oh yeah,
She was still doing all that stuff. Like she didn't need, like she doesn't deserve, I feel like, an actual like redemption. But like all his stomach is just cold. Holy crap.
Oh my god. And here's the thing, the reason she doesn't deserve a redemption is because she doesn't even think she's doing something wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's gonna continue to keep doing things. And so like vibes wise, I get it. Because like here's the thing, I love villain redemption. I love complicated, messy stories. But sometimes it's fine to just have bad villains and have heroes who are like, we're gonna defeat you because that's like the good thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have Suga and Nelev, who just like are just like they're just immoral scientists.
Dude,
and
I hope by the end of it we get Suga fighting as well somehow. Because I want him to be killed. That needs to be like a like Gaim thing. He shows up with a suit or something later, and then we kill him.
Oh yeah, just like the Duke, Duke Lemon.
Yes, because oh my god, he can't keep getting away with this. It's gonna be probably what I'm gonna be saying about him for a while.
Yeah,
and then we see all this stuff, and then we set up into the cute stuff. I love seeing them in the dumb reindeer outfits. It's very cute. Shoma really is very like little dog coded. You can see him wagging his tail every time he's talking to Hanto this entire episode. He's trying so hard to be like happy at this beginning part. And he's trying to figure it out. I love the stories of like non-human person trying to figure out like why is this like an important like morality thing? This just feels like giving him a normal gift. Why does this feel weird? And it's like because like the whole point is supposed to do something special that like even if you have to give something up kind of thing. And he hasn't like understood that yet, but it's cute. I love seeing them in the reindeer outfits. I love that Hanto, who again like isn't working or doing anything, like just kind of got roped into also being there.
Yeah, he just shows up. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just here. Hey, we need help. Hey, hey.
And then we
It's
get
so great.
Crab Granute, who, oh my god, dude, it's so funny because I think
He's
last
hilarious.
week, and I think everyone's been like, oh, they're finally getting rid of this dude. Credit where it's due. Dude is clever. He saw them, and he came up with a plan. He executed the plan.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think Shoma was ready to, be like, give up the dark treats, or I'll kill you. And he's like, okay, I'll give him up. He's like, really? Okay, sure.
No. Not. It wasn't. That wasn't. No. He went. Okay. Well, get rid. Wait. What?
Yeah.
Like he does a double take. It's so funny. Yeah. But back to Stomach Inc. Oh my god, they are just
none of them give a shit. She does like dead, and like Lego doesn't really care. He's like, oh, useless kids. Older sister, whose name Grata's like cares, but she cares because like Red Gav shouldn't have been that strong. And then obviously we know where Nielv is. He was watching and not interfering the entire time. And when we see him right after, he's like, your sacrifice was necessary for me to see how this went. Like, fantastic.
Yep. And now and now we have to get to something that we were dreading and we're expecting. Pudding is most likely not is not going to be Sachika.
It's not. But I do think. Well, here's the thing. I was disappointed when we didn't think Puddin was going to be Sachika, when we thought that was going to be the end of it. But at this point, we also know there's going to be Dango, and so
True.
I think Dango could work. Dango. The other thing being that it might be later enough that she gets her driver from not a surgery. You know what I mean? A different kind of power. Could honestly be something else related to when Shoma can make her something kind of like food wise.
Yeah.
But we don't know. We still got Dango. I don't think that they're gonna leave her out. I feel like I feel like if they did that, then that opening, like, that's bullshit. Like, why would you set that up for us like that? Like,
exactly.
You have to set her up differently if you're literally giving him the same setup. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But all those thoughts were kind of erased when we saw him in action. He's messed up. Oh man, he basically goes to a courtroom, literally just injects everyone with like happy serum, with like happy poison, and just takes them all. Like, doesn't fight, just walks in, walks out.
And he's so First of all,
efficient.
First of all, the fit is hard too.
Oh yeah.
We got the like almost like Goth Plague Doctor vibe with the hat and everything and the cloak. He looks great in his human form. Also, I saw some really funny art that I don't remember if I sent it to you. If I see it again, I'll send it to you. But it was of the second brother having some pudding and then just being like, yo, why the fuck aren't we selling this? It was a good bit, and honestly, him eating the pudding, that's another thing. Now he knows that like sweets are the thing that are giving Gav his powers. So like, again, shit's fucked. Our boy has been, they're being watched, they're being betrayed at all hands. But yeah, he just takes everyone. I also do love the vibe of like a kind of lazy bad guy, where he just has a goal and he has to do this to get his goal, aka the dark treats. So.
Like the other thing too though is like, man, how are we gonna ramp up from here? Because like this guy's just doing things just like scary efficiently.
Yep, and I think part of the thing is like his modification. Lango or not Lango. Oh god,
Nielev.
It's like Nielev. I can't.
Yeah.
I already can't pronounce it, so it's hard.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah,
but he already modified him because I think the like thing that made them happy was probably like a pudding modification or something. Because I don't know, it had like the orange glow like when he hit him with it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, so they're getting even more powered up now using human snacks' power. So obviously he's off doing that. And then we get, I feel like the emotional crash out that's coming because Shoma wanted to believe that a Granite could be good. Hanto was like, no, I'm gonna kill every fucking one of them. There's no
Mm-hmm.
such thing as a good Granite, you know,
Yeah.
which hurts him. And then even
Yeah.
talking to Uncle though, we get the like, I don't know if anyone would even be able to give up dark treats.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean, like,
if they did, it would be leaving quietly or getting like killed, quote
mhm.
unquote.
Yeah, but we get some of the hardest shots in this episode because like you're talking about last week. You know, we finally we get to see the Whip Knights use Zakazak chips and Chokodan, and that pose was super cool. And just Hanto's transformation this episode.
Oof.
Oh man, the freaking
I love,
arm
love, love.
bar.
Yep. I
Oh
love the using the transformation for like shit. You
yeah,
know? Using the chocolate to trip him, arm bars into the chocolate to turn into Valen.
yeah.
Fantastic vibe. Uh oof. And again, you know, the choreography was great. But like, man, you know, he wanted to believe in him. It was a trap set up by him and Jeeb. And then they fucking beat the shit out of Haunted.
Yeah, yeah, and you know it's let me see here. I forgot. Do we don't get 2 weeks off. We get 1 week off. So I think
I think so. I'm pretty sure we get an episode the 22nd.
this week.
I
Yeah.
think it's the 29th that we don't get one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That. Yeah. Like. Oh man.
So
What are we
we're gonna
getting for
have our
Christmas?
Christmas episode next week. We're gonna see the bush the cake of Noel Valen. And I do love the little bit where you can see from the preview where it's like, you know, like if you have someone to tell them as many times as it takes.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's cute. The setup for, you know, these guys so far has been good. Like this crash out is coming, and I'm wondering if it's going to like happen during Christmas.
I mean,
But
it's like we're all expecting it to happen. Like a
we're
lot of us were
expecting
kind of just
something to
dreading
happen
Christmas.
during Christmas. Yeah.
Oh.
But
man.
yeah, with that setup, Ben, next week's gonna be rough.
Yeah. But
Man, you know what was like, I don't know, not rough is not even the right way to say. So we have this week's Ultraman arc episode. First of all,
everyone was praising this episode.
I love the desaturated look. I love doing aesthetic things like that to just be like, oh hey, something's off, something's different.
Exactly. Like what we got here. We got a straight up just sci-fi episode.
Also we got like a sci-fi, so almost like horror episode throughout.
Mm-hmm. It was creepy. It was, oh man, it was so good.
And like I love that like the dumb little bit at the beginning over him like flipping his shoe to try to like predict the weather, and so kind of being a callback to the ending where it's like, hey, just like you predicted, you know, we got a day shower or whatever.
Yeah, and like pretty much like no one knows what things related to rain are, and it's like, huh? Like it's so uneasy, and like as the episode goes on, like after every like commercial break, it's like the world just gets more and more desaturated. And it really fits well, especially with the whole idea with Arc being associated with the rainbows, which is all about color.
Yep, you need rainbows, you need rain for rainbows, and yeah, just everything being desaturated. And like people starting to forget things, and then eventually it's like, oh, Skip is gone. The Chief opened up a bakery or a little cafe, and it's like he doesn't remember them
unsettling.
At all. And then like Rin's gone, and it's like, what's going on? The thing that got to me was that like, you know, they're talking about stuff that happened, and it's like, did you get the car fixed? And it's like, no, I don't think so. It's like, well, it looked great, and we haven't fixed it yet, and that was like a month ago. It's like, huh?
And then, and like the broken arm, like
when he takes off the wraps, and it's like not broken, and it's like the like, oh shit, you know, you feel it.
Yeah, you're just like, oh man, like
also
like just and like the reveal of the man like, you know, doing the whole like imagine an apple in your brain type of deal.
Oh god,
that shit. God, that
shit. That mask also is very creepy. It really gives me like JoJo Stone Mask vibe. But yeah, it just continuing on, and it, you know, him remembering the chalk drawings of Arc. Also, I think it's really funny because the assumption is that like he was drawing Arc as a kid because he remembered him, so that's why he couldn't tell Rin what he was drawing.
Yeah, but also it was also just creepy too because he basically jumps out to try and transform it to turn into Arc, and it just cuts to him working at the bakery
Yeah,
or the
after
coffee
he's
shop. Like
fallen.
it's yeah,
And you see all of them working there, working normal jobs, everything being like, oh, well, everything's wrong.
yeah, it's just absolutely creepy. Like man, but yeah, it was like, but honestly, it was cool. Like like
It was
pretty
really
much like
good.
them. Yeah,
It was in
like
like an atmospheric vibe. Everything was like, I like really interestingly paced, and
mhm.
just like seeing things happen and happen, and then eventually getting the answer. And Arc is, they able to just be like, nope, we're not doing that. Imagination.
Yeah, yeah, like it like some like a lot of people were like saying Ultraman's is at its best when it's not focused on the kaiju, and sometimes I could kind of believe that, like one of the best, like you obviously know what I'm thinking about. One of my favorite episode was World of Music in Blazer.
Yep.
World of Music was like I still think it's my favorite episode.
It was really fantastic. It
Yeah,
was a
like
cool vibe.
also I just really love how I mean I'm just gonna talk about it just for a little bit longer, like the whole idea of them basically just shoving like 5 minutes worth of commercials just so that we could have like 18 uninterrupted minutes
Oof, yeah.
of World of Music. Oh, that
That was
was
good. This is, and I'll mention it here. Like, this is the one thing that is interesting about the like dubbed channel, because the dubbed channel doesn't do commercials,
mm,
except for this one time. This is the first time we're getting commercials, and I think it's because this is the first time we're having like official Ultraman products that they're advertising in English. Because at the very
mm.
beginning, we got the commercial for the card game, because that's coming out worldwide.
Oh, I forgot about the card game.
And at the
Yeah.
very end, we have the commercial for, I know I sent it to you a while ago, but it's the commercial for the Ultraman and Emmy coming to that one game.
Oh, that's right. Oh man, like
I
it was like Smash Up or something like that.
Yeah, it's a big kaiju like fighting or something. I don't actually know that game, but
Mhm.
Ultraman from Ultraman Rising and Emmy are going to be in it as like a playable duo. And so I got that commercial at the end, and that's making me excited because again, I'm hoping, like, let's advertise more in English. Let's get
Mhm.
some, but like also, I mean, let's get some product out in English officially. Like
Yeah.
right now we have stores like Nino Kuniya, or what is it? Oh God,
Yeah, Kinokuniya.
Kino Kuniya. I said Nino because I'm thinking of something, but Kino Kuniya that orders stuff, and so we can get stuff here sometimes like
Yeah.
normally. But like, could you imagine, if Supro just started being able to sell Ultraman stuff? Like you just saw like Ultraman stuff at like Walmart. Be awesome.
Yeah.
Uh,
that that would be cool.
and with
Uh,
that, we have one more thing to talk about.
one. Wait, one? You mean number one?
Oh, you got me exactly,
Yes, I got you. I
dude.
got you. I was gonna talk about it.
We finally got the little reveal, which, in my opinion, does the funniest thing ever, which is makes Zenkaiger 46. I
Yeah.
get it. I love that. Like, I think there was an interview, and he was like, "We're just not going to worry too much about the number and just celebrate the years." But
Yeah.
it's really funny because now he's got the 45 on the suit, but he's the 46 Sentai.
Yeah, because like, what is it? I think it was because Go Ranger lasted 2 years, so it's the 50th anniversary. But the the Sentai numbering is just all sorts of fucked.
Yeah, and then everyone talks about Loop Hat because they're technically two different teams.
Hmm. Oh man, but yeah, yeah. So kind of like when someone made the green screen of make your own traffic safety tip. People are using Gyozu. What was it?
Gozuger,
Yeah,
Gozuger.
Gyozuger's blank chess piece to just meme the shit out of it.
It's really funny. I really like it. I also really liked the little commercial. I like that it starts on like a smaller TV and eventually like goes into like the widescreen for like the digital
Mm,
shows. And I fucking love that countdown, the 5, 4, 3, 2 into the one.
yeah.
Him cutting everything. It looks sick. The suit looks a lot better in motion than I feel like it looked in the posters. And I already liked it in the posters.
Mm.
It just, that circle felt really empty, but I don't know. Something about seeing it moving and seeing him, like, it looked better. I'm excited about what the circle's gonna do because I think we've talked about it or theorized that like, oh, that maybe if they can like change or do other powers, it's gonna show there.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm really wondering what they're gonna do because like we didn't get a what's it called? Like we just had Zenkaiger and Donbros, which kind of use previous Sentai powers.
yeah, which used the anniversary gimmick of like, hey, we're gonna
Yeah, but
switch
like
up.
I wonder what they're gonna do for this one. Like I wonder if they're gonna take the Conrad Revice routes of just having the thematics like just like design elements, but not actually like the actual powers.
I think it would be cool if they would do the powers maybe without switching the suits, or instead of
Mm,
like or instead of it being like a full switch up, maybe it's like an attachment switch up. It's like you know how like specifically fours the switches like just give him like an arm or a leg,
yeah,
right? Maybe it's something like that where it's like, oh hey, we're using like an arm or a leg for like a power up or something.
yeah. And what's also really interesting about like the like just thinking about the suit is just like how it's just like how like designed it is. Like there's so like it's very like just the fact that like there's so much gold on the suit. Like it really breaks up the coloring. Like
It
it's not
does.
just like like color and white and black or I guess gray with a with a boom boom.
Yeah, the gold looks really good. I think the suits look
Mm,
good. I'm
yeah.
also excited to know what like the real like theme of the team is because we have
Mhm.
like real animals, we have some imaginary animals. Uh, I want to know what the vibe with that is.
Yeah.
But obviously that's something we'll find out later. I'm really
Because
excited
what is it?
about.
We have how many episodes left of how many episodes left of Boom Boom?
We
Uh,
have technically like 7, so it's gonna end at 48, and then we're getting a 49th special episode. But the
mm-hmm,
49th special episode, I think, is going to be like a setup for Gozuger.
mm-hmm.
So I think there's like 7 episodes of like pure Boonboomger left,
Yep.
and then one special episode that I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to technically be like a Boonboomger episode.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Because I mean, it's not like they're doing what they did with like after Resoldier, where it was a where they did like the small like battle royale Sentai that they did.
Mm,
Yeah, it was really interesting what they did for that. But
gotcha.
but I mean, we'll see that after Boonboomger, which we got the most Don Bros ass episode this
Yeah, we
week.
got Boonboomger's Inazuma 11. Uh, I
um,
love this
featuring
episode.
Sebastian and Boshamar.
First of all, that was fantastic. I'm glad we start the episode with that. Spinder basically being like, "We got to resolve this without violence. There's only one way to do that: Big Bang Soccer."
Yeah. This episode was just like I don't even know where to start. Like literally, I'd just be jumping around just like they were doing in this episode.
I mean, the basic setup that is we're playing super dimensional soccer. They're starting in the suits, and we get like a soccer roll call, which that was the bit I liked from the baseball episode.
Yeah, we're doing it
Continuing
again.
with the fantastically designed auto monsters. The
Yes.
fucking soccer one is really good. I think for the season in general, the baseball one has still been my favorite.
Mm,
But like this guy looks great. This guy was awesome as like a design and like a vibe.
yeah. Oh man, but yeah, also yeah, but this episode was just absolutely funny. Like we get to see the Sound Seeders in silly little outfits once again.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, yeah, like even
Also, I love
even
the
the art card gets like a little like jersey on its head.
bit of like, is space soccer really that different from our soccer? Oh, just watch. And then anytime anything weird keeps happening, just Bundi showing up to Mira. Lots of things happen in space.
Yeah,
She's like, bro, just explain the rules. Shut the fuck up.
exactly. Oh yeah, that's normal. That's normal in soccer. But I love how this episode like just starts off with Joe taking the piss and just
Oh
like
my
just gets
god,
absolutely just annihilated from the Inazuma 11 shot.
dude, he got destroyed. Rest in peace, Joe. Uh,
Yeah, and he's
he
out for
died.
like most of the episode
Yeah,
too.
he's
It's
dead.
so
Yeah, he
funny.
died basically. I love the setup of like finding out that like Sakito and fucking Break were almost professional soccer players. Basically, we had one on like a main team and another on like the juniors team.
Yeah, we had freaking mini Blue Lock over here.
Yep, and they were being assholes and not playing together. So I also do love that we got like 119 for this, like setting up 119 to be like the cool off, and then also we're doing like a sick combination where we like blast Chashiro to kick the ball.
Yeah.
Favorite shot of the game though, because we can't go over all the cool superpowered shot. Itasha doing her like fake out, I'm kicking the ball, Mira gets it. Are you sure from Yaruka? She kicked Yaruka. Fantastic.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
No notes.
But yeah, just everything that happened this episode was just ridiculous. Like, you know, they basically go over to a basketball court, and it's like, oh no, that's galactic level. Rika Matsumoto showing up.
I fucking love that. I love that like the autos like way of cheating was like, I'm just gonna fucking change the goalpost, like literally.
Yeah.
And then obviously, you know, we get like the bit, you know, Purple and Orange got to get their talk from Joe, where he was basically like, hey guys, it's all about like the real love of the game, and I understand that, you know, seeing soccer used for evil is something that you can't stand, but that doesn't mean you guys need to be dickheads, basically.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just scrubbing through the episode. I forgot how much of a fever dream it is that they even go to the tire shop that we saw the commercial for like weeks ago.
Yep, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna destroy the tire shop if we play here, and fucking Tyre's like, don't worry, I'll buy the tire shop, and we get the boys just like, oh yeah, and everyone just gives him like a thumbs up, like the employees just like thumbs up.
Yeah, because apparently that's just how it is. That's just how the commercial is. But also, but I'm actually really glad about this episode because of a couple things. Number one, we obviously had what is it, tire meter. We had the tire meter transformation. Actually, I don't think Joe's had a double transformation yet. But like because Mira's had the double transformation with herself, well, not with herself. With Chashiro.
Yep.
But yeah, like the Genba Sakito like one where like he pulls it out and like, you know, pressing the button was just done with the Bune changer.
Yeah, that was cool. We got another like team up transformation, and then we get, you know, Sakito with the champion jacket.
Yeah, and like, but also, and just like you called it, yeah, Joe throws him the jacket.
Also,
and
here's the thing, like, you know, this does confirm that, you know, the jackets do just work for anyone. So like, does this mean fucking Boomy's just being a dick and not making one for Sakito?
let's not think about it too.
But yeah, then, you know, us setting up the like super powered thing, like they come back and we get to finally use the champion jackets. Them setting up the like passes into transformed the car into like super shot.
And I got what I wanted. A helmetless episode.
You got a helmetless fight. And I got what I wanted, which was one of my favorite Inazuma 11 moves, Fire Tornado Twin Drive for the finisher.
And the way they do it too is so cool. They pat each other on the back to activate it at the same time. It's so good.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Oh, good. Yeah, this episode is just a fever dream.
The only thing that I think would have been better is I think it would have been cool if, like, you know, we get the end. Final goal is going to be a big size goal. You know, they got highway beamed. Because Spinder hates to lose. And, you know, we get the mech summoning. And I'm like, wait. Sakito, bring out the Tokuger mech. Bring out like the 5 different mechs. Because for a second I was like, oh my god, are we gonna get like Bundi, Boomer, the fucking Tokuger mech, and like Leo rescues its own mech to like just legitimately play giant soccer?
That would have been awesome. Oh man, but yeah, that's how it is. And next week, now Dude. the boys get to wear the Ranger suits here.
First of all, before we even get to that, holy shit, dude, the editing for Sakito, this ending was so funny.
I got fooled for a moment.
Yeah, they put him in, and then they just start fucking zooming him around, and like
Yeah.
he starts moving really, really fast. Like the editing for this one is crazy. Like, why would you do it like this? I loved it. I especially loved that like it's like in the middle when they're doing that second like pump pump, and like you just see him like roll by like for like half a second, like you miss him. And then when they're doing the big parts with like everyone's in the ranger suits and everyone's doing like a little dance, I love that they put Sakito, but because he's like slightly scaled down, he just looks so small.
Yeah.
He looks like he's like 3 foot tall. It was just so dumb, but some people are just like, why can't we just reshoot the ending? And I agree, but at this point, like, commit to the bit. This is really funny.
Yeah.
I love the dumb Sakito edits. But yes, we get boys in Christmas outfits. We see fucking Itasha Ryder kick the Auto Monster.
Yeah.
I fucking adore.
And we also get the Toei Christmas ornament.
Yep, the Toy Christmas ornament is here as well. But also, I love the fucking frame of seeing like Itasha Santa, Yarika's a reindeer, and fucking dudes a Christmas tree. Fantastic. I'm glad they're in outfits too. And it looks like it's just an Itasha episode learning about like Christmas and gifts and Santa, and like Leo Rescue's gonna fucking become a slave for them to fucking drive.
It's one of the funniest things is because of the timing of how Super Sentai is. Like the fact that Christmas time, the Christmas episode always happens very close to the end of the series, so we could be having like really intense moments for a Super Sentai series, and all of a sudden we get a wacky Christmas episode.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about Don Brothers and the fact that that guy robbed them, and then it actually was Santa. Santa being canon in Don Brothers was great. Also, I love that we're getting an Itasha episode. I love we have little puppets for her cats on her outfit. Very excited in general. We'll be back next week to talk about that because that's going to be a doozy. Thanks so much for listening as always, guys. And we will see you later.
Later.
This program is brought to you by
Our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
you can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.